Hello everyone, welcome back to Total War Arena. Okay, so the last time we recorded one of these was quite a long time ago, and we played with Alexander the Great. So we'll go ahead and get to the next commander here. So we did one for Carthage, one for Greece, now for Germanicus and the Roman Empire. Okay, so I think I played a bit with Germanicus earlier. So we have the normal Roman troops. It doesn't look like the what you would remember from like Roman legionnaires. That's way down the line. But these are just Pedites and Romanies. So legionnaires that you would think of would be right here. That's what they look at. But we cannot, obviously they're tier 6, so we can't use them yet. Okay, so unfortunately we can't play against humans yet because our general is only level 1, 2, and not even just level 1. Okay, so we can get started on here. We have a weekend bonus, so we get some extra XP or gold from playing during this time period. So with Germanicus we have, I think he's one of the characters we use for in the intro, but okay, so his special abilities is in heavy infantry charge here, and then Testudo and Vengeance. So basically, I mean, you just can toggle all your shielded melee infantry to get to that. So basically anything with, yeah, not the Tyrones. So these are javelin men. They are pretty, they deal a lot of damage, but they're pretty weak. So we've got to protect them immensely. So the Pedites have an ability called Jab, just a quick little hit. And then they also have 2 charges of Pila. So basically what they can just throw like javelin at. You just read that description right there. Tyrones already throw javelins, but they do have focus fire right here, so they just throw at the spot immediately, and then dash here for just a quick little burst of movement speed here. So what I'm going to do is actually put them right here, and these Tyrones, I'm going to go ahead and give them the extra little damage right here. Okay, so let's get started. Play versus AI. So I hope you guys are all doing pretty well. And I'm looking forward to actually finding more time to do this. There's been plenty of events for me to go to for the past few weeks during the time I'm supposed to be recording these. So I haven't been able to, and I've been behind, so I've been recording a lot of other stuff as well. But I think we can get, today I have quite a bit of time to catch up on recordings, and we can get a lot of these pumped out over the next few days. At least uploaded to YouTube, I mean. Okay, so obviously this is pretty nice. Matchmaking is done. This time has stopped, and what we're going to have is Salerno. Okay, so I think this is, if you've seen other Total War games, this is basically one of the town one. So there's a town on this side over here, and then the 2 start positions are right here on this area, and then one towards the back end. Oh, you can actually round. So one of the start positions is over here, in this area right here, and the other position is starting way over here. So we can fight through the city right here if we want to. There's plenty of nooks and crannies right here, and then we can also fight over in the forest areas across on the outlying sides of the village. So we're starting down here. We are in the melee, so I'm going to go ahead and move through the city. We can hold up a Testudo formation, sort of. So we can go through this area right there, or we can go through this area right here. What we can do is protect these archers right here. They're probably going to try to go through the city. But we do have these spearmen.
Capture the enemy base.
So
Kill all enemy forces.
Move all my troops to this side. I don't want to split up my troops because they the support that they can have from side-by-side units is actually pretty good. Germanicus. That's pretty neat. Yes. Germanicus is leading. So you do have to be careful sometimes, even if your unit can still be alive, but your commander can die.
We have drawn first blood.
Very nice.
Swordsman.
Okay, looks like they're moving through here. These archers are not moving at all, so we also have javelins over here. Then I'm going to go ahead and flank them around. Just go ahead and use these guys to shoot right. Oh, the archers are here.
Right there.
Very nice. They're gonna charge right into it. Okay, so that Colosseum sort of. Okay, anything. Oh jeez, look at that. Oh jeez, they're trying to hit the archers. That's... Okay, these guys are being destroyed. Oh, that's just incredible. Right, point blank right here. Okay, so these guys can keep going, keep moving. We might actually move our general to attack these archers right here, just because they're sort of outflanking. Oh, there's three squadrons going to attack right here. Two here to move them quickly. We do want these to. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my.
Focus your fire.
Okay, this is where I'm trying to get to. So these guys are really, really in trouble. But we can actually get behind them, throw our javelins into it, and then maybe rescue these units, but at least destroy them. Throw them into the crowd right here.
We're under attack. Right there. We're attacking our allies.
So we hold the space button down, we can actually see what's going on, and right into the back of them. Just one here. I will shoot back to him right here.
We're under attack.
So right when we need
Leave no survivors.
yeah, so we've got to time this right, so we can aggressively jab this as well. White Red can make it into combat. Okay, so most of them are dead, so we need to reduce our friendly fire by not attacking. So our troops here can actually... We've got them surrounded, so they can't really escape. We'll actually do that. Jab a little bit as well. So we managed to save these units. Let's see if we can. Okay, very nice.
The enemy base will soon be ours. Rip them apart.
Okay, so wow, what? 2 units against an entire army, and the enemy's base is almost complete. That seems highly unlikely.
We're firing on our allies.
Yes, yes, yes. So we've got to be careful here about troops. So I do not want to run into my. Alright, so let's get a good charge on them. Charge into the straight of the backs. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to move my javelins out of the way here as well. So I'm going to jab as well. They seem to be stop firing on our troops. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move up to move these eyes out. So the battlefield, the general battle is going well. We crushed the enemy in the city, so okay, so these guys are actually doing pretty well. They have plenty of troops to fire upon and nothing to stop them. These troops aren't even charging them properly as well. They're all the AI, so it's not really much of a surprise. So we've lost about half our troops from this unit, not quite half there, but they are defending the base very, very, very aggressively. However, our troops that, our allies that actually went into the front lines did not do quite so well. We'll go ahead and try to intercept these spearmen right here. I don't know what hoplites. That's what they're called, I believe.
Quickly!
27 seconds delay. That seems highly unlikely. So what we can also do is use these as a sort of acceleration, extra movement speed, basically, if you so care about that.
Leave no survivors! Ready? Aim! Fire!
So very nice, very nice. Go ahead and aim for this right here. We'll have our commanding unit intercept these swordsmen right here that are chasing these javelins. Our javelin right here can take off and run.
Quick! March!
Alright.
Right there! Focus your fire! Kill! Javelins! Quickly! Right there! Run! Swordsman!
So that sort of slow them down, but we can charge straight into the backs right here. So that's pretty great. We're going to charge away from them as well. So these units are supporting them here. We're really close to... What are you doing?
Quick!
Run away.
Rip them apart! Focus your fire!
Very good, very good. 15 seconds on that charge right here. General is leading the front lines. We're going to capture the enemy base really, really soon. So these guys are really, really trying to chase them.
Let Verona lead your blades! Victory is at hand! Quick march! Leave no
So these guys, at least with this heavy infantry, they have 2 instances of increased movement speed, and they can get away from pretty much everything. But we win by capturing the base. But this is a game against the AI, so it's not very much of a challenge. So we're just going through the motions of getting up to the levels where we can actually do fight with humans. Okay, so apparently someone is still in battle with this commander. Okay, so hopefully our troops will get to level 2, and then we can upgrade, use special items abilities as well. So we are finished with that battle, and unfortunately, this is not okay. There we go. Aquafilla, and we do not. Okay, let's continue that score. How do we get -6 points? We crushed the enemy. Oh, what happened? Okay, so we're at commander level 2. Rewards. I don't really care about that. So all of these can level up. So, like I said, it's best to use the unit XP to get things done as well. So that's that. Oh, yes. Replace. And then we have the javelin units right here. So we can buy this shield for them. And then 76. It's only that much, but I might as well just go ahead and do it and buy more here. Okay, so we can also upgrade these as well whenever we get to the other screen. But we'll just add this consumable here. So basically each individual unit type has their own different sets of armor they can use. So armor smith, what lies between, +6 body armor. Drill sergeant adds +3 melee defense. You can actually make barricades with infantry as well, infantry stakes as well, and weapon smith +4 melee attack. So I do want my troops to be a little bit more, a little bit better. So let's get the stats. Defense we have, so we can have melee defense or +6 body armor. Okay. So melee defense is only 36, and then I'm not sure how much the body armor actually gives. And then +6 body armor. Survivability, okay, body armor 95. So I believe they're probably a little bit better on the armor. +6, it's really hard to tell like how much difference does +6 increase rather than +3, but this is just for armor, and sometimes the enemy actually have armor piercing missiles, so maybe the melee defense is a little bit better. So this makes them better in fighting, and this just sort of a difference between that. So I'm going to go ahead and load my troops with the dual software here. On this one, restock automatically, please. Let's restock automatically for this one as well. This one as well. And then for this, we can get Fletchers, just add armor piercing right here for damage right here. So heavy flaming javelins, they reduce the range a little bit, but they do add aggressively amount of javelins. However, this one actually, these have charges, so we have to actually buy them, use them over and over. They're actually consumables, basically. So if a whole unit has about 30 units, correct, I think. There's about 6 charges of javelins that we can use. So these do not modify the basic normal damage and stuff like that. However, this one will. So I'm just going to go ahead and with the Fletcher, armor piercing is really great. Okay, so commanders,
Germanicus,
tech trees.
Consul of Rome.
Let's go to abilities. So we can upgrade these, so plus 3% impact damage. So we're going to go ahead, basically go upgrade it all the way to plus 15% total. Okay, so in level 3, we can actually get more movement speed for our troops under this commander. So we'll go ahead and go to the play for the next one, and then I'll try to. I think I'll do 3 battles per commander. Or if I can get to level 3 with commander, that might be okay. I might spend some off time getting the commanders to level 3 if I don't within the 3 battles that I do. And then I think that we can start actually getting into the real combat with all the other against other human players at level 3 with actually more variety, more strategy as well. Otherwise, the AI is just not that great at. Players should almost never lose to the AI unless like no one is doing crap. Okay, so we have been set up in a game joining session. Timer stop at 21 seconds, so that's pretty neat. One short back. Time is limited, so each battle is capped at 15 minutes long, and then after 15 minutes, all the match is decided by who has more troops left on the battlefield. So this is good to keep in mind that whenever you're doing, there is a troop count for the entire army on your side and for the enemy side on the top of the screen. So if you have less troops than the enemy starting out, you are automatically more incentivized to go on the offensive. And then obviously there are other circumstances with holding, such as if you have more artillery, you want to try to get into a more defensive position in order to be able to protect your artillery, and they can just deal massive amounts of damage. I want to be right here, sort of on the hill, being able to be protected from one side of things, and then just shooting down at the enemy as well. So I'm trying to move up through this direction here, see what happens there. So this is the battlefield. The battlefield. Okay. So
Capture
eventually
the
I
enemy
might get
base, or kill all enemy forces.
I'm going to try. Okay, so we have what? Whoa. I'm really confused about this. Oh, that's morale. Okay. So we have 45. Okay, if we have 45 troops, that's 4 charges. If we get the other, like the modified javelins.
Swordsman! Eager! Swordsman! Double time! Swordsman! Ready to serve! Javelins!
Okay.
Without question! Quickly! Swordsman! Swordsman!
Now, even though cavalry can destroy us, they're better against infantry.
Focus your fire! Battle ready! Right there! Slay them!
So look at that, I just stopped them dead in their tracks. They didn't really do much. So now they're getting destroyed by our javelins. And we barely lost any units. That's just crazy.
Following orders!
Okay, we can reach them. We can reach them right here.
The traitor is slain!
Yes! Got some of them.
Destroy!
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move to protect these javelins right here. Okay, so they're moving up. I think that's fine.
Javelins! Apace! Swordsman!
Just want to be careful right here.
Javelins! Destroy!
Run, 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 run.
Right there! Slay them! Let Bologna lead your blades!
Okay, okay. That's really, really good. Okay, we shot some of ourselves as well. That's alright. So they need to get their asses out
Cut
of
them
there.
down! Without fail!
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move my commander up to this over here.
Swordsman!
The map until these guys can keep running as well.
Swordsman! Javelins!
I've got to be careful about the rest of the battlefield as well.
Swordsman! Rip them apart! Ready? Aim! Fire!
Okay, so they are in combat. They have a lot less troops, so we can just basically destroy them pretty easily. Our javelins can actually go ahead and decimate this unit of archers as well. Go ahead and let our infantry move quickly. Javelins finish them off.
Right there! Ready? Aim! Fire! Swordsman!
Okay, they're just getting destroyed for that. I'm just leaving these guys as basically bait. They're going to keep targeting him anyway, so I'm targeting these. They are done for.
Swordsman!
I'm going to move. They're going straight for the enemy base. But I'm sure. What? Hold on. Okay.
Swordsman!
They can
Let
move
Bologna
quickly
lead
as
your
well.
blades!
They can move quickly as well.
Double time!
Quicker as well.
Swordsman!
So no need to use these javelins against. I don't know where these units are going to be anyways.
Attack! Swordsman! Javelin!
And then since I use that, I can also use this charge.
Quick march!
Don't need to use that. I'm actually going to stay out of
Swordsman!
the range to which they could be attacked from.
Kill! Javelins! Run! Swordsman! Run!
So they cannot see me right now,
Yours
currently,
the command!
through the bushes.
Swordsman! Apace!
I'm going to intercept them from here.
Swordsman!
I'll just
Focus
toss the
your
javelins
fire!
right into them. Charge out from the chateaus.
Quickly!
Okay, okay. And now we can charge these archers.
Leave no survivors! Destroy!
Look at that. Look at that. Right into their flanks.
Right there! Focus your fire! Attack!
The charge right there as well. I'm going to move my troops as
The
well.
enemy
My
base will
own.
soon be
Because
ours!
the rest of the army. Oh, really bejeebus, look at the rest of our allies right here.
We're under attack! Destroy them!
I'm going to move
Run!
troops out to there.
Slay them! Attack!
they're still alive. But we're going to win by base capping most likely before we kill every other units. And we did it really quickly. Okay, that's what I'm hoping for these games, is that we kill a lot of troops, do a lot of actually stuff that matters as well. Okay, so we're way over here as well. Scores 5th place in the points. Oh, they did base capping. That's how they got the rest of the points. Well, I drew all the forces out, and we could have formed that way, but we didn't win anything. Okay, so that's really interesting. They have that little tiny bar right here that indicates about how much more you're going to get towards that amount. But let's see, levies, not that much. Going to have to play a lot more with these guys as well. 30% diversity as well. Let's go ahead and get into another battle as well. So we'll cancel that. So basically, if we mark that restock automatically, we should never run out of silver basically, but it will automatically. You don't have to go back in every single time and rebuy that item. So that's actually pretty good. Now, if you do want to just try it out for once, so you don't have to accidentally have it again, then obviously don't mark that automatically restock. Attack trees, attack trees. Don't have any friends at all right now. Seconds in the making. So once I get into the 30 seconds or the higher levels, basically, hopefully I can get some more exciting gameplay and more interesting and challenging, basically. So wow, 3 matches, 3 different maps. That's really encouraging that they actually randomize these maps. Sometimes you'll get 3 in a row, or like multiple of the same map in a row. It's sort of, in my opinion, not that. I like the variants. Yeah, it's a lot better for me to experience other things. Now, if you want to actually get, unfortunately, they don't let you pick the maps for yourselves, and maybe there could be something that develops where you can like vote for a certain map that you don't want to have, or you do want to have higher on your list. Although some that might skew the map making towards maybe one certain type of map, perhaps. In the future, I think that official tournaments for this game could be dependent on the map as well and the team. So obviously it's going to be 10 players versus 10 players, and at level 10, whatever the highest tier is, and then whatever troops, whatever things they use, and then I think it's there. It's like all the setup is there for us for success to be had. So I'm going to move through here. Don't drop these, please. Okay. Please use redeployment for your position. So if you do not pick your position to be deployed, you automatically deploy the remaining slots. So, terrain will matter where you fight. Basically, Roman soldiers are better at fighting out in the open rather than in the forest. Basically, so see, as you can see here, forests are affected by hiding units, greatly reduce the combat ability of cavalry. Now, these units are not cavalry, but they are just like light units, and these guys have. Interesting. That's these debuffs don't make sense. But if you're at the higher tiers, basically you have more of a debuff when you're fighting in the battlefield as a, so to speak, a barbarian, like as a in just normal infantry unit versus barbarians, where they are actually really great at. Okay, so they're going
At once.
Some should try to defend this position and these javelins to rain our fire down upon them.
Swordsman, battle ready. Orders received. Without delay. Double time.
Oh, this is going to be such a lovely,
Ready. Aim. Fire.
such a lovely spot to be in. I'm going to send my general out into this canvas right here. Just as, we're just going to be raining lots on it.
Attacking our allies. Understood. Without delay.
These guys can just defend right here.
Javelins. Attack. Swordsman. Swordsman. Javelins.
See, this is what archers are a little bit better. They can actually shoot down from cliffs a lot more effectively than we can. Than javelins can. But we are doing some massive amounts of damage just by being able to do some ranged attacks. So they're basically going to be out of range. So I'm going to try to head them off. My general might be in danger, however we are hidden in the forest.
Focus your fire.
Just go ahead and try to finish them off. And hopefully the archers right here stop firing on these units.
Leave no
Charge them.
survivors. Swordsman.
I'm going to try and hide my troops right over here,
Javelins.
so we're not doing much of an impact at this moment.
Swordsman.
I'm surprised that archers aren't hitting my troops and they get a debuff.
Enemy general is
Lost
slain.
score for that.
Swordsman. Awaiting orders.
Okay, so we do have some support right here, so we can. I'm going to head out into the base with my commander,
Swordsman.
as well as head out this side as well. My javelin units are going to try to finish up with
Our
you.
ally is suffering friendly fire.
How do we get all these? I'm trying to get into the best position, but I guess we'll just have to go over there.
Focus your fire. Run. Swordsman.
Okay, so
Right
we're not that
there.
great against spearmen, so these guys need to hurry things up.
Quick march. Swordsman. Attack. Swordsman. Focus your fire. Quickly. Swordsman. Death. Javelins. Charge. Swordsman. Let Malona lead your blades. At the ready. Swordsman. Quick, we're under attack. Kill. Eager. Destroy. Rip them apart. Apace.
These guys need to get into a better position right now.
Ready.
Let's fire on that edge right here.
Attack.
Very nice. Let's watch out for enemy incoming units right here. We need to get onto this platform so we can get actually really good amount of points for so we're doing really great.
Destroy them. Apace.
Focus fire right here.
Focus your fire. Slay them.
So we're about to win in this
Rip
engagement.
them apart. Rip them
These
apart.
javelins are really helping out. Just be able to get behind them and shoot them.
Swordsman.
These guys shouldn't have a worry about them.
Cut them down.
Okay, so these barbarians are insanely fast, so gotta be careful. Oh, I'll try to catch them as well.
Destroy them.
Alright, my javelins are going to move out.
Charge. Swordsman.
These archers can handle the rest of them.
Swordsman. Apace.
Okay, so we should actually cap this base quickly, although they have most of their troops over here. It's better to have this. So, thing about base capping is that cavalry cap a little bit slower than infantry will, just because they have the ability to get to bases a lot faster than everyone else. So go ahead and
The
sort
enemy
some
base
points
will
from
soon be ours.
capping the base.
At the ready!
We may
Swordsman! Kill! Slay them! Ready? Aim! Fire! Attack! Swordsman! Jack! Apace! Attack! Let Bellona lead your blades! Leave no survivors! Quickly!
I'm going to
Double time! Destroy! Focus your fire! Attack!
okay, let's see here.
We're under attack!
Let's get these archers away from and decrease our base attack points right now.
Javelins!
Look at that. Rain fire
Right
on
there.
these units.
Kill!
Raise the
Very great.
eagle!
Alright, so we
King
stay
Army
here.
has fallen!
We'll base cap here and we'll actually get to the most points. So that's really great. We might actually beat them in the first points right here. So whoever this unit yellow leaves is actually in the midst of battle and getting all those points, but we have surpassed them by base capping right here.
Swordsman!
So sometimes you just have to make sure you, because it's going to take a while for those last 27 units to actually die, even though we have them all surrounded. But hopefully the base cap as well. And look at that, our points are skyrocketing. Yes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so maximum points base capping is 2,000. So we can't really cap any more than that. That's really exciting. That's actually pretty neat. That it does cap it, so they're not so if someone's did a lot better there in combat, that they're not outranked by someone that just went into the base and captured. MVP, yes. Level 3 Germanicus does not mean level 3 units. Obviously, you can see that right here. And yellow leaves have the best combat points right here. Okay, so these units have enough to buy here 1,800 unit XP. So these helmets will give them a little bit more health, and these missile block chants. I think I want a missile block chance right here, and then this can give them a better battle. Let's see. Okay, so apparently I did not. Oh, this. Restock automatically, please.
Swordsman!
Oh, interesting. We can actually swap unit abilities with other things.
Swordsman!
Let's see here. So swap. Okay, so it's just the spots are swapped here. That's really interesting.
Eager!
Restock automatically, please.
Swordsman!
I don't know why I didn't do that.
Javelin!
But so that was 3 battles. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Just a little introduction of how Germanicus plays. Mostly he's really great with infantry. So have fun playing Total Arena, and I'll see you guys next time.